Marketing and selling is essential in your online business. And when you have the right strategies and mindset, you not only can make a lot of money, but you can change a lot of lives. Welcome to the Online Marketing Podcast, where we help course creators, membership owners, and coaches market and sell their offers.
We're your hosts, Paul and Melissa Pruitt. Let's dive in and get started.
Welcome to the Mastermind series, where you get to experience Paul and Melissa and their mastermind brainstorming and sharing different ideas on marketing and sales.
All right, so let me move over to Carol. And Carol said, "Oh, this mastermind is only about membership stuff." No, not necessarily. I mean, not necessarily. I have a question about transitioning my evergreen high-ticket coaching program to launch style marketing plan. We can jam on that. So, Carol, where are you?
I'm right here.
Hey,
well, I have a backup membership question, but I thought this was like just general business mastermind, so I can go either way. But
yeah, we promote and put it out as a memberships mastermind, but it's something that we can pretty much jam because all of us are integrated. We're entrepreneurs and we're multi-passionate.
Yeah.
I know all of us are guilty, even though we shouldn't be doing what we do. We normally have our foot in a couple different pools at the same time.
Yeah, so let's chat. Tell us about your high-ticket offer.
yeah, well, and I just launched my membership too, which is a back-end membership, and that's going well. So I'm doing both, but I'm a board-certified ketogenic nutrition specialist. I'm also a psychology expert, and I specialize in helping women 40 and older follow keto lifestyle for sustainable weight loss.
Nice.
And so I've been doing my current high ticket coaching program for going on 4 years now. Mm-hmm. And I enroll people in it in a one-on-one, very time intensive coaching call. And I'm ready to revise all of my content, rename and rebrand the whole thing. And also at the same time, then move over to webinar style launch model. And I've been really resistant to do it because I thought that it would just not be as good. But I did a mini program earlier this year that I did a couple of launches with, and I fell in love with it because like there's so much momentum when people all start together and they get a lot of progress, and people are just, the community part of that is really awesome as well. Yeah. And so my challenge is that this current program is 99% of my revenue right now in my company. And so the mental hurdle I have is, how do I shut down enrollments in that? Or, what's the steps that I take to launch this new program while I still make money from enrollments in the old one? I don't even know if I'm explaining it clearly in my mind, right? So I've got to go from like enrolling people every single week or, every few days to like, that one's no longer available. And now we're just doing this big launch program. So The financial piece of it's, how do I bridge that gap from going there? So Ask me more questions if that doesn't make sense. But.
So does anybody want to either do follow-up questions for clarity or give some input?
I have an idea of how I'm going to do it. So maybe that will help if people can brainstorm tips about how to, this is what I think will happen is that I'm going to continue. So the old program, keep that going, keep enrollments open in that, the funnel that I have through that, all the while launching the new program. So it's going to be a new name. Instead of 8 weeks of content, I'm actually going to pare it down and take out some of the stuff that people seem to never get to anyways, re-record everything, which I'm going to do afterwards. And so I think that I can do both simultaneously. And then once I get to the launch, then I can actually close down that old program. I may have some hiccups as far as like people that just enrolled and the other one transitioning to the new one. But has anybody been in this boat or like?
Yeah. So I can give you at least does anybody have any? Yeah, Angela. Yeah.
So I think that doing them both at the same time, the way you described, makes a lot of sense. And as far as those new members or existing members in your Evergreen platform, I would just offer them that founding member price in the new one, or depending on exactly what your payment structure is, you may simply say, I'm just going to move you over here at the same price. Congratulations, you're getting all this extra stuff for free. And that way you don't have to manage both. That's what I would do.
Okay. Yeah. And I can actually as I'm doing sales consults up close to the launch, I could just say, basically just sell them the new program, right?
Yeah, so we typically call this the dimmer switch.
Yes.
So, so many of us, like we come up with a new idea and we're like, okay, we're just going to turn off the thing that is supporting our lives. And let's turn on this new thing that we are hoping and praying is going to work. Right.
So scary.
Yeah. So in life, and this came from years ago when I used to own 8 real estate offices, we would have people come in that could just not quit their normal everyday, come in and be a real estate agent, especially knowing if they sold a house today, they were like 60 days away from closing escrow, right? Mm-hmm. So like their first check, even if they sold somebody today, would not appear instantly. So we always looked at, we called it the threshold rule or the dimmer switch. And that's where naturally, as you're leaning into the new thing, you're going to give less energy, less time, less financial support of the old thing. And what that's going to do, that's going to allow you to slowly shift your messaging, slowly shift what you're doing. And keeping in mind is as you're doing the old thing, this could be a natural downsell opportunity. Like you're on these discovery calls, you're talking to people. If it's a higher ticket thing, not everybody's going to be properly qualified or properly ready for that thing. This is also going to give you a reason to go back to every single person that did not convert in the last year or two and give them an opportunity to come in on the new opportunity. Mm-hmm. Because now you can reposition this new opportunity that's not as much, and maybe it's a group thing versus a one-on-one or however you structure it.
Well, I don't even see it as a different, like a lower price offer.
Okay, good.
It's going to replace, there's going to be the existing close to the same price, and I will have a lower tier, but yeah, so that could apply for that one. So
yeah. So just how can you, even if it's similar, like how can you reposition it so it gives you a reason to go back to everybody you've ever talked to in the past?
Yeah.
Because they've already socially signaled like they're a warm lead to you. Mm-hmm. And pretty much if they have not taken up on what you were offering them in the past, they did not have the transformation that they were seeking when they talked to you. Yeah. So they, it's like, hey, it's been 6 months. How's it been? Mm-hmm. Well, they're in their old habits still. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and you probably have new stories of people that transfer, that had their transformations and had their wins and things. So now, but it does give you a reason to go back to everybody you ever marketed to or talked to in the past. Because with you renaming, restructuring it, recreating a new program, even if it's relabeling, because how many of you have bought into, doesn't even matter if it's health, but it could have been even like an online course or program. Like how many of you have not actually gone through 100% of a course, a membership, deliverables? I know when we're the course owner, when we're the membership owner, like we're like, no, people are going to consume everything from us. But we forget how we are even ourselves. A lot of people, like the mass majority of people do not consume everything. So even people that have been through your old program, ironically, you could probably resell them into this, how it's repackaged. Mm-hmm. And they would think that they're getting a whole different experience because they probably didn't do everything the first time around also. So I just think it gives you, but I would do it more as a dimmer switch, where you're naturally taking people out of the old opportunity and you're reintroducing the new. It'll allow you to switch your languaging a little bit to get people prepared. It'll allow you to seed. You have something new coming up. Because what I would not recommend is for you just to surprise your existing audience. That why launches work really, really well is typically because the runway, like the anticipation, excitement that is created before the launch. Isn't it coincidental, like by clockwork, every year before the iPhone is released, somehow information always gets leaked out? Like every year, like indefinitely, 2 months in advance, almost like probably the exact day that iPhone information gets leaked out. Why? Because now they have free publicity. They have news coverage all around the world that people are guessing and talking about. Look, what's that thing on the back? What's that? There's no plug on it now. That's free advertising, right? So a lot of us were like, no, we're not going to talk about it until we launch our thing. And then we wonder why nobody signs up. Because there's no anticipation, there's no excitement, there's no, curiosity that builds. So just make sure. I would definitely do that.
Okay. Well, an interesting thing is, everything I've done in the last 5 years, I don't have to put like my current funnel, it just works on autopilot because of where my positioning of my website is. I don't put any advertising into it. I don't put any effort into getting these clients.
That's great.
Like they just show up as an appointment on my calendar. So I don't even have to like stop doing that stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
And so I just basically, I get a dimmer switch the new one, I think is what, and going through the launch actually for my membership, I had the fun of that, building all the excitement for that. So I just got to reapply that strategy to the relaunch of this program. So thank you very much. Thank you for the clarity, the confirmation. And
you could position it as like your thing version 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
How many here have bought more than one mobile device? More than one time, same exact thing that just got slightly improved.
Yeah, that might work too, because I had like a whole new name in mind, but I could do that. And then I could do like, if you took my last version, you get the new one for 50% off or something like that.
Yeah,
or
I would do that. You pull a lot of people,
or whatever.
There's people already social signal that they were willing to invest in you before. And by you rewarding them, they'll come in, that'll give you your base crowd. So when the first full pay person shows up, they're not looking around the room going, what did I just buy? Nobody else is here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there won't be that buyer's remorse. So I would definitely, that's great.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Awesome.
It always helps just to say it out loud, what you've been trying to get clarity on your
we get it.
If you would like to work with us and our team to help you snap up more sales and incredible clients with a stellar marketing strategy that works, go to adaptivemembership.com and sign up for our wait list. We have a limited number of spots in our exclusive program to set you up for success and take action. We're waiting for you at adaptivemembership.com.